When I say the name King David, what do you see? You probably see the hero, the boy who killed a giant with a slingshot, the warrior king who united a nation, the man on the pedestal. But if you look closely at the Bible, you find something else. Hidden in the middle of the book are his journals, songs, and poems that he wrote when no one was watching. And if you read them today, they don't look like the words of a hero. They look like the diary of a man battling deep depression, anxiety, and crushing guilt. Today we are going to open King David's journals. And we're going to find out why the Bible calls a man with so much darkness a man after God's own heart. Imagine David sitting in his palace. He has power, wealth, and fame. But inside he feels completely alone. In Psalm 13 he writes 4 times in a row, "How long? How long, Lord? Will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me?" This isn't a polite prayer. This is panic. David feels like God has ghosted him. He says he is wrestling with his thoughts every single day, and sorrow is filling his heart. If you have ever prayed and felt like you were just talking to the ceiling, David has been there. He didn't edit his feelings. He asked God the hard question, "Where are you?" But sometimes, the darkness isn't because God is silent. Sometimes it's because we messed up. We can't talk about David without talking about his biggest failure. He abused his power. He took another man's wife, Bathsheba, and then had her husband killed to cover it up. For a year, he hid it. He lived a lie. But you can only hide for so long. When he finally broke, he wrote Psalm 51. He writes, "My sin is always before me." He begs, "Create in me a clean heart, O God." This is the sound of a man hitting rock bottom. He isn't the king anymore. He is a broken man realizing that no amount of power can fix a stained conscience. He teaches us that the only way out of guilt is through it. Then, there are the days where nothing is specifically wrong, but the heavy fog just rolls in. In Psalm 42, David writes one of the most relatable sentences in history. "Why, my soul, are you downcast? Why so disturbed within me?" He's talking to himself. He's looking in the mirror and asking, "Why am I so sad?" David returns to his writing with a different energy, not frantic, but purposeful. His posture is slightly more upright. The candlelight seems warmer, more hopeful. He writes with steady, deliberate strokes, as if finding strength in the act of honest expression. He describes his tears as his food, day and night. He describes deep calling to deep, like waves crashing over him. He doesn't pretend to be happy. He sits in the sadness. But, and this is the key, he doesn't stay there. In the very next line, he preaches to his own heart. "Put your hope in God, for I will yet praise him." He doesn't feel the hope yet, but he chooses to wait for it. So why did God love David so much? It wasn't because he was perfect. He was a murderer, an adulterer, and often an anxious wreck. I think God loved him because he was honest. David didn't put on a mask for God. When he was angry, he wrote it down. When he was sad, he sang it. When he was ashamed, he confessed it. The lesson of David's journals is this: you don't have to clean yourself up before you talk to God. You don't have to pretend you're okay. You can bring your doubt, your depression, and your mistakes. God can handle your honesty. In fact, he's waiting for it. If this story has been a blessing to you, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.